What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, and today, as always on Crep Check, we are going to get into an exclusive pair of sneakers. But before we do that, we have to take a segue. A bit of a sad segue, probably the one and only sad moment you're gonna come across on my channel. And if you haven't already heard the news, Virgil, the creative director of Louis Vuitton and the founder of the Off-White label, unfortunately passed. He chose to fight a very aggressive, very rare form of cancer, angiosarcoma, and unfortunately lost his life at the young age of 41. Now, I have so much respect for this guy because this guy was a trailblazer. He achieved so much and is just so humble. To be the first African-American Black man to become a creative director, to just be so heavily involved in a luxury brand. The brand in question, if you didn't know, was Louis Vuitton, is just amazing. He was an artist, not just for fashion. He was a DJ. He designed album covers for the likes of Kanye West. Just an absolute powerhouse, a behemoth. I never met him, but everything I've known from him, all the reviews, he's just a humble guy who just opened the pathway, showed so many people that the opportunities are there. He kicked doors off hinges. Not only did he do that, he set up his own luxury brand, the Off-White label, for which he expressed himself unapologetically and didn't conform. He had his ideals, his ideas, and he just kicked doors off hinges and showed many people of color that where there is a will, there is a way. My thoughts, my prayers go out to his friends, close friends and family. It's such a huge, huge loss. For me personally, I think what he's managed to achieve in the short time that he was with us is a legacy, and that legacy will live on. So, Virgil, rest in peace. What are we looking at today? Well, today, again, hence me wearing some Off-White branded clothing, we are looking at the Jordan 2s, the Jordan 2 Off-White collaboration. So, let's get into it. What is up, people? It is your boy, it's your dog, it's your brother from another mother, aka the Lifestyle Surgeon, aka Dr. Resale, aka Wayne. What I would like to say is, if you are new here, then I would like to extend a warm welcome. In fact, welcome to Crep Check, where you guys guessed it, we check out everything crep related, and today shall be no different. Today we are looking at the Air Jordan 2s Off-White in the black and blue colorway. Let's get into it. So as you know, I like to do on Crep Check, I like to start at the box. Now, as I get the box, we will talk probably a bit of history. So, not gonna lie to you, Jordan 2s, not really up there for me. This was a sneaker I was really, am I feeling it? Am I feeling it? And I bit the bullet, and I'm glad I did, actually. I'm glad I did. So Jordan 2s originally made in 1986, and these sneakers were unique because these were the first pair of Jordans to be made in Italy using their premium materials, premium workmanship, with this sneaker being designed by Peter Moore and Bruce Kilgrove. So this sneaker was released in two colorways, the white colorway, which I'll pop up an image here of, and that sneaker is, I guess, based on the original, the OG colorway, and they also released a new colorway, which was majority black and blue. Now, a man like MJ, if you didn't know, liked to play every game in a fresh pair of J's. So what that meant is at the end of the game, he had a pair that he was no longer going to wear. And what he tended to do was sign them, hand them out to fans, you know, auction, yada, yada, yada. So what Virgil did, which I think is just amazingly creative, is he took a pair out of his archive, the MJ archive of sneakers that he wore, and then took a 3D scan to get every single detail of this sneaker and then reproduced that 3D print. Now with this 3D print, he even kept the details of the cracked midsole. Now for me, that is creativity on another level. Like, hats off. Now, this is probably the thing for people that is probably makes it a bit, what is he doing? But for me, just the creativity to think, I'm not just going to take an OG model, I'm going to take an actual Michael Jordan model that is in his archive and recreate that sneaker for modern times. I think is creativity off the charts. So that's some of the history, and that's why it kind of looks the way it does. And as you know, on Crep Check, we start the box. And as I show you this box, I want to put into your mind that this sneaker was relatively expensive at retail. So this sneaker cost me £205. And I think for you guys in the States, it was probably around about $230. Now, the box, I will admit, is on another level. What I love about what he's done with many of his collaborations is he doesn't just focus on the sneaker. There's a lot of appreciation of the whole unboxing experience. And I probably think that's also why it costs £205. But I love the unboxing experience and I love the box. I'm not going to lie. So the box is made of two core materials. For the lid and the back, it's card. And you can see there's some plastics and perspex. And when you look at the base, it's all clear, all plastic. The creativity to do this for me is just amazing. I just love it. Why just give you a cardboard box? Now the creativity that's gone into just making the box for me is just amazing. Let's just take a moment to appreciate that. It's lovely. So what we have with the box then, like as mentioned, we've got card and plastic. Now the card is like a creamy color. It's got the Jordan logo, quite bold with the windowing, and with the windows you see kind of through it, maybe you guys can see if it's not reflecting in the light, the off-white paper. Yeah. And then if you notice, the box still has more details. It's got the wings that come round to the side with the cutouts. Just the attention to detail is phenomenal. And then we look at the base, as I said, it's clear. You can see the off-white paper coming through. And then we look at the tag, and the tag reads Jordan 2 Low, OW, Black Varsity, ROY. And the tag is UK 11. My size, a US 12. And if you read that part of the tag, it says Air Jordan 2 Retro Low SP. And that is that. Let's unbox this now. So when we pop the hood to this bad boy, boom. What we get again is the unboxing experience still isn't finished. So we have each individual sneaker wrapped, I would say, I'm not going to say wrapped, it's bagged in an off-white bag. So let's take that out, put that to the side. And just to show you guys, the attention to detail is mad. Okay, so when we open the box, so when we open the bag, you take it out and it's wrapped in off-white paper. And what I love, and I don't know if you guys will be able to appreciate it on the camera, is you've got the Jumpman. Is it better on this side? Yeah. You've got the Jumpman with Air Jordan, and at the bottom it says Off-White. And then on the paper itself, it's still not finished. It's got his Off-White logos. The finger in the off, the face, the hand. Just the detail Just doesn't stop. I love when people put attention into detail. Okay, so that's one sneaker out. Let's get the other one. Similar thing, we're unwrapping. Boom. Okay. So, first things first. These are the sneakers out of the box. Guys, tell me what your thoughts are. What are you thinking? What do you think of these sneakers? Okay. So, what are my first impressions? My first impressions are, they're interesting. Now, if you said to me before today, Jordan 2s, I would have said to you, I'm indifferent to them. You know, I'm not like, oh my God, Jordan 2s, they're amazing. And I'm not like, oh my God, Jordan 2s, they are rubbish. You know, I'm kind of indifferent to them. For these, what I do actually really like is what I mentioned at the beginning, the fact that the detail has gone into creating this cracked midsole. The cracked midsole gives the sneaker character, and it's even more present actually on this one, on the left foot. It just gives the sneaker character. I love the MJ signature and the typical off-white branding. Blue and black, they go. You know, I'm not going to say they don't. And what they've done, which is, if you guys watch my channel enough, you will know I love, is they've given me more laces. More laces changes the sneaker. Love it. Man, I love it. All right. So, thoughts so far, you know, it's good. Another thing that I'm going to say actually is these sneakers are quite weighty. Like, I'm used to holding sneakers and they tend to come out the box and you're like, whoa, these have some weight. And I think that's also where the price comes from, because the material I can feel that's gone into this sneaker is premium. It's not nothing cheap. Okay, so let's get into this review proper. Let's start at the outsole. Now, the outsole is typical of a Jordan 2. It has the usual patterning, but what I like about this, and again, it's that attention to detail that makes this Jordan 2 stand out, make it different, shows creativity, shows that it's a collab piece, is the fact that the Nike at the bottom, if you guys can see, is cracked. It's got the cracked detail in it and, you know, some punched out portions of it. It just gives it character. It just says, I'm not normal. I love things that just aren't normal. You know, it's nice to have something that's unique, things that just don't conform. You know, it's nice to have something that's edgy, something that's creative. You've got to push the boundaries to discover the gems. And as you can see, the outsole also is a mixture of three colors. It's this blue, the black with the cracked Nike, as I mentioned, and gray. Nice. We start anterior at the sneaker, and the sneakers both are similar on the anterior aspect, as I'll show you. There are some differences between the sneakers, so when those crop up, I will show you guys. But if you start anteriorly at the sneaker, we see that outsole that comes up, the gray portion that meets the midsole, which at the front here is just black. And that is, it feels firm. It feels like it's premium. You know, I like that little lip there as well. Hopefully that should mean that you don't scuff them. It should give you that extra little bit of protection. And then we come to the upper, and this upper is premium leather. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's really firm. It's really robust. It feels like this was good quality leather. And that's at the toe tip, and it just continues in the toe box with the perforation just at the most, just almost as the toe box meets the toe tip. And then we progress up the sneaker. We have the blue laces here, which are just, I'm going to say normal laces, nothing different there. And as I mentioned, we do have the black laces and the red laces. We have the typical off-white logo, and the off-white logo, if you guys can see here, what it says on there. It says off-white CO Nike C 2021 zip tie. Lovely. And I like the fact that it's a different color to the rest of the sneaker. The sneaker is, the majority of it is black, and this is quite a light yellow, so it will pop. It's just going to stand out. People will see instantly and say, this isn't a normal pair of Jordan 2s. So then we come up the tongue, and the tongue is a lever, continuous lever, and then we hit here. And here you have a part that is cut out for the Jordan logo. That is this kind of, I'm going to call it kind of an electric blue, the Air Jordan logo, which is rubber. What I also like about this sneaker is just inferior to the Air Jordan logo, you have these perforations that kind of go around, giving the sneaker that little bit more detail. And then, as we've come to know and expect from off-white sneakers, we have that kind of exposed foam detail at the ankle inlet and at the most superior portion of the tongue. I like it. It gives the sneaker kind of an uncut, unfinished feel. It just stands out. It's different, and it's nice to be different. Okay, and then we come, if you guys can see, in the insole, and in the insole we have, on this foot, we've got the Jordan logo, and then we have the off-white logo at the top. And at this point, I'm going to look, and it's exactly the same in the other shoe. So you guys don't need to worry about that. And as you know, or some of you may know, some of you may not, if you can read that, as we've come to expect from off-white sneakers, you can see it says on there, hopefully you can see on the camera, it says shoelaces. What we expect. Looking inside the sneaker, there's lots of cushioning. There's a lot of cushioning. That feels, it almost feels like memory foam, if I'm honest with you. It's really responsive, really soft at the ankle inlet. You know, this is I can see where the money's come from. This is quality. It is a quality sneaker. We come now to the posterior aspect of the sneaker, and we can see we have the blue outsole, we have the midsole that's kind of enough black, and again you can still see the details. The details still haven't finished. You can see the cracks in the midsole, and then we come to the upper. We've got this quite firm, robust jet black plastic into some blue plastic, and then as I mentioned before, we got the cutout detail at the most superior aspect. Now these colors work. Electric blue, black, they work. They do. They go well together. Let's come to the lateral aspect of the sneaker. And the lateral aspect of the sneaker, I'm going to get up the other pair, is they're a bit different. So I'm going to talk about the right foot first then. You guys are in for a treat. When we go from superior to inferior, the eye stays are made of quite a firm plastic, which are sewed in, and you can see the stitching detail. The stitching is the same color as the upper. It's black, so it doesn't jump out at you, which I think is nice. And then we come down a little bit and we hit this portion here, this in kind of silvery, kind of a gray, the MJ signature on the upper. And that part of the upper, as I mentioned, around the front is quite a smooth but premium, firm, robust feeling leather. And then we come down to this highlight of that electric blue that signifies you're transitioning into this different type of leather. Now this leather is almost like I want to call it crocodile skin. It's kind of like a crocodile, it's textured. So it gives the sneaker texture, and also with that blue rim pops. Now, what I do really, really like, this is just me being, probably some people are like, oh, Wayne. But to me, this is nice. Now, if you can notice here, MJ's got his signature. Now, if you notice on that blue rim, there's that little fleck, and that's where the pen of his signature has gone and hit that blue rim. The attention to detail is mad. I love it. I love it. You just gotta love the creativity that's gone into this. So that is this portion of leather. And this portion of leather that's kind of crocodile skin not only is found here, but it also transitions coming round to the ankle inlet. And then as we continue to progress down, we hit this plastic which goes round to the back, giving the sneaker structure and shape. And then we come into the interesting part, probably the controversial part, the midsole. Now the midsole, as you notice here, it has that kind of cracked, kind of worn, used detail. And what you can see kind of poking its head through is the yellow color, kind of almost actually similar to the yellow color of the tag. And it's not as bold actually on the right foot. But if we look at the left foot, it is out here. And that's what I like, is that both sneakers aren't identical. This sneaker shows a lot more of the cracking detail, even round to the front, you notice, showing that yellowish hue, which I'm not going to lie to you, is an interesting backdrop against a black, blue, and grey sneaker, but its character, its detail, and once you know the story, it just looks even better in my opinion. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Also, to notice the signature on the other sneaker, on the lateral aspect of this sneaker, not only brooches on the blue part there, it also brooches there. Love the detail. So now we'll hit the medial aspect. The medial aspect of the sneaker, let's go from inferior to superior. Let's mix it up. And we have the outsole, as I mentioned, so the grey and the blue. The midsole, again, shows that crack detail with some flecks of the yellow, not as much as we saw on the left foot, on the lateral aspect of the sneaker. And as we come up, we've got that typical, we know this off-white branding, Oregon, on the medial aspect of the sneaker. And I'll be honest with you, the medial, apart from the off-white branding, because on the lateral aspect, it's the MJ signature, is pretty similar to lateral aspect. So I'm not going to labor the point. Okay. So what are my final impressions? Well, I'll be honest with you guys. If you said to me before getting these J2s, are you going to get yourself some Air Jordan 2s? I would have said, probably not. Since getting these in hand, and actually, even before I got these and I was looking at them, I was so standoffish. I was like, ooh, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And I did. And I'll be honest with you, I'm glad I did. And the reason why I am is because I understood the story. I understood the heritage of this sneaker. I got to appreciate the creative design behind the sneaker. And once I understood that, it was a wrap. And now that I have them in hand, I think these are nice. They are premium feeling, like even to hold them, to show you guys like that is heavy. They are heavy sneakers. These are very robust, premium feeling. Lots of premium materials have gone into this, hence the price tag. And one thing I will say already is just my interpretation of these sneakers and the design that's gone behind them is that these sneakers are probably going to be one of those sneakers that goes up in value a lot. And I'm probably going to say it's probably because of the untimely passing of Virgil. But when I last checked these sneakers before posting this video, resale value was already around the £500 mark. I think even next to £600. These are definitely going to be a keeper for me. Let me know what you guys think of these down in the comment section. Let me know if you guys like these or if you prefer the other colorway, but let me know what you guys think. In addition, if you guys haven't done so already, do your boy a solid, drop me a like, because your likes help me to grow this channel, help me to continue to bring you this content and help me to grow this channel. So do your boy a solid and drop me a like. In addition, if you haven't done so already, do your boy a solid and subscribe so you don't miss future Crep Check videos. Plenty and plenty and plenty of content is coming your way. So be sure to subscribe. Do your boy a solid. Show me some love. What you're going to see next now is what these sneakers look like on feet. People, Life Surgeon out. Love.